What if I told you that the price you're paying for digital PlayStation games might be artificially inflated? A new lawsuit in the Netherlands is accusing Sony of exactly that, and the stakes are incredibly high, potentially €435 million. So here's the deal. A consumer advocacy group, Stichting Massaschade and Consument, has filed a class action lawsuit against Sony, alleging that they're overcharging customers in the PlayStation Store. The core of the argument? This Sony tax, as they call it, artificially inflates the price of digital games because Sony dominates the market. According to the lawsuit, economic studies have shown that consumers are paying, on average, a whopping 47% more for digital versions of games compared to physical copies of the exact same title. And here's the kicker. Sony's distribution costs for digital games are actually lower. Think about that for a second. Lower costs for them, higher prices for us. It's like buying a digital movie and it costing more than the Blu-ray. Doesn't quite add up, does it? The group also points out that with the increasing popularity of disc-less consoles, consumers are being pushed into a digital monopoly. They say that PlayStation users aren't seeing any of the potential cost benefits of digital distribution. Instead, this closed system creates a structural imbalance between the seller and the consumer. They even go as far as accusing Sony of exploiting both consumers and game developers. Ouch! The lawsuit claims that Sony effectively locks out third-party stores from the PlayStation platform. Gamers are completely reliant on Sony for their purchases. And developers? They're allegedly forced to distribute their games exclusively through the PlayStation Store, losing their ability to set their own prices and negotiate. The group believes this structure leaves publishers with no option to offer their games elsewhere or price them independently. Now it's not all black and white. The lawsuit does acknowledge that the development costs of big-budget games have skyrocketed in recent years. Developing these games involves huge financial risks. But the group maintains that Sony has made roughly €435 million in the Dutch market since 2013 through this alleged practice. It's also worth noting that this consumer group has similar actions against other tech giants like Google, Airbnb, and TikTok. They often use an external investor who takes a cut of any damages awarded. In the case of this Sony lawsuit, that cut is between 20 and 25%. While the group claims to be a non-profit, some might argue that consumer protection is turning into a business here. The lawsuit was initially announced earlier this year, and this latest development confirms that it has been officially filed. The first hearing is expected later in 2025. If the court rules in favor of the plaintiffs, Sony could be forced to open up the PlayStation platform to third-party stores. How Sony will react to these allegations and the potential opening of its ecosystem remains to be seen. It could definitely influence how they design future consoles. This case raises some really interesting questions about the future of digital game distribution and the power that platform holders wield. Are we as consumers truly getting a fair deal when we buy digital games? And how much control should Sony or any company have over the prices and availability of content on their platforms? It's definitely something to keep an eye on. What do you think? Are you feeling the pinch of this Sony tax? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more tech news and analysis.